What's going on, guys? Graham Cracker Gaming here with another video. Today I'm playing some NASCAR Heat 3 with the dirt late models at Charlotte. The only reason I'm doing this video, well, I can't even barely hear myself think with these. Okay, I haven't really played this track much yet, so I'm probably going to be wrecking a lot. But the reason I want to do this video is to, sorry, I was just adjusting my mic, but basically, because NASCAR Heat 4 is pretty much around the corner, and I just want to talk about a few things I've seen with it. The way it looks, NASCAR Heat 4 might actually be a pretty good game, gameplay wise, as far as I've seen. I'm hoping it's way better than this NASCAR Heat 3. As you can see, especially with the dirt late models, including the other cars, NASCAR Truck Series, the X-Rated, and the Cup Series. Basically, the AI just feels too stiff. Even when you're playing online, everything just feels way too stiff. Everything's too stiff. The physics don't really seem right. Especially on dirt racing, you're still like turning left a lot. Also, I'm playing this with a controller, guys, so just to let you know. But NASCAR Heat 4, I was looking at some gameplay footage of it. I see it definitely having some potential. I could say that. I was looking at some gameplay earlier, and it seems like it definitely looks better than this. I played the first NASCAR Heat game, NASCAR Heat Evolution. Did play Heat 2, and then went straight to this. And it seems like ever since NASCAR Heat Evolution came out and Activision just stopped selling out the games, and I think they've had a new designer since NASCAR 15, 16? 15. But they see it does. The NASCAR game definitely looks a lot better, that's for sure. Like I said, these ones from NASCAR Heat Evolution to NASCAR Heat 3 seems like it's the same basic setup, pretty much. The same graphics, pretty much. The same engine. NASCAR Heat 4 looks like it's got a new engine. Looks like, and which it has a lot better physics. That's all I could say. And it definitely, to me, it definitely seems like they're trying to compete more with like simulators like iRacing, which I really wanted to try. I just don't have a good PC yet, along with a good racing wheel. Because like I said, I'm using a controller to play this. And because that's all I played with for years. I've tried wheel. It's okay on certain tracks, and others I just really have to get used to. I think with the games, with NASCAR Inside the Line to NASCAR 15, I was good at Sonoma with the racing wheel. But the NASCAR games I've tried to ever since they stopped working with like being brought up by Activision, and I can't think of the name of the creators of the last NASCAR games, but it definitely seems like it's gotten way more clunkier. That's all I could say. NASCAR Heat 4 definitely has a lot better improvements physics-wise, so everything's not stiff. You're actually a little bit looser on dirt. It seems like the cars along with the AI drivers, as well as you as a driver yourself, have more of a handling thing going on with the cars, so that'd be a good thing. Like I said, they're pretty much trying to make it more based, more like an iRacing simulator almost. iRacing along with, God, I can't think of another company. Along with some other company is doing an all dirt racing thing, racing simulator. I've noticed. And the NASCAR games are trying to do stuff like that, like iRacing, like basically also including the late models, since the past EA NASCAR games, have had the modifieds, the Wheel Modified series, which I still love. The modifieds, I live up in New York, and modified racing is practically where it's at, along with some late model racing. That's all I could say. And wow, I am practically lapping inside the top 10. I have my difficulty settings to 100, guys, so just bear with me. But all I could say is NASCAR Heat 4, I'm hoping it turns out like the old EA NASCAR games. Like NASCAR Thunder 2004 was practically my favorite NASCAR game ever played. All because you had really close to realistic physics. The racing, as far as I raced on like Daytona and stuff, felt pretty much, except for the whole like cars splitting up and getting out of a big pack and stuff, and then you had the shootout that pretty much was, you had to make at least one pit stop out the whole race. It had to be for either right size and right size of its fuel, and cars were just coming in for a whole 70 laps. They were coming in practically as much as they would for a whole like 100 miler race, or not really 100 mile, like a whole 250 mile race. Well, I should say it's like more of a 200 mile race is what they're coming in. Not even 200. Graham Cracker, what are you doing? What are you thinking? 300 miles. Sorry, guys. They're practically coming in the pits racing like it was 300 miles. Basically, like every 15 to 20 laps out of a 70 lap race. Because I usually like racing the full races. I usually like doing 100 races. You know, some of you, all of you people, a lot of people don't like doing 100 lap or the full 100% races. God, I'm getting beat up out here now. But a lot of people don't like doing the 100% races, which is understandable. Sometimes it gets wicked long, especially on like some boring tracks. That's why I like the dirt racing in this, along with some of the short tracks and road courses, because they seem like there's a lot to do. You're focusing a lot more and stuff like that. Which, the one thing, I'll get it in a second, but NASCAR Thunder 2004 was practically my favorite, all because the physics felt right. So back to this, it felt right. The racing, super speedways felt like you're actually on a super speedway, all except for the packs splitting up into single car to 2 car drafts. Ooh, okay, you got a little squirrely. But wait, and basically, and also I gotta stay on topic. I'm trying to get a little off topic, but physics felt right, racing felt right, except the only drawback to NASCAR, the Thunder 2004, was that the AI just really liked to block on that, which didn't feel very realistic. Like, no matter what you did, the AI would just block. Like, even if you were like the leader and you were trying to lap someone, even if they were like a slower car, like say it had like engine damage and stuff like that, they're just trying to stay out there for points, they would just be blocking the entire time and end up sometimes wrecking you if you're not really paying attention. And that was the only drawback of NASCAR Thunder 2004. Other than that, it was like perfect. The AI felt realistic in some ways, aside from the blocking. The physics felt right, the driving felt right. I'd have to go back and play it again to see how it was again. But oh shoot. And I just wrecked it because my phone just rang. Well, I had a text message, so. And I'm wrecking again. Feels like this car is just kind of getting tighter and tighter as the run goes, which is not what I want. But the one other thing that I am worried about though with NASCAR Heat NASCAR Heat 2004, yeah, definitely. With NASCAR Heat 4, so as everyone knows, NASCAR will come out with a way for a new thing to sell some like DLC content. Like for this year, you're getting Jeff Gordon's 2015 chase scheme. Whoa, okay. You're getting Jeff Gordon's 2015 chase for the Cup scheme. He's got the yellow Chase Cup Series when it was back in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, and along with Martinsville at night. The one thing I am very worried about is that it's going to turn into another Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, or another Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare type of game, aka pretty much microtransactions. As you all know, games have pretty much now gone more towards a micro DLC or microtransaction type of content, which not very the best. Which yes, does make them money. It kind of does rip them off in some ways there. I mean, hell, or NASCAR, or sorry, not NASCAR. Call of Duty's Modern Warfare Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, Call of Duty World War II, and I'm sorry to say this, but I'm all stuck on NASCAR now. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, clap it a little bit, has all had the fairest microtransactions, along with a few other kind of Black Ops 4, but we won't get into that. But that's the one thing I'm hoping NASCAR doesn't end up turning into. NASCAR has always had separate DLCs for some certain manufacturers, certain like season sections for some paint schemes, and then like with this game, NASCAR Heat 3, we had the update for the new Mustang in the Cup Series. Which, one thing I was disappointed, they didn't add the new 2019 Silverado body style for the truck series. They only added the Mustangs. Which, sorry to get off a little off topic here, but NASCAR kind of has its way showing more support for Toyota and Ford in a way. Especially since you look at some of the past DLCs for some of the past NASCAR games, they're all separate manufacturers, including one specific one, Toyota. Toyota seems to always have its own separate kind of, deal, or own little DLC. If I could talk, I can't English right, guys. I'm too focusing on race here. But Toyota seems to always have their own DLCs. Some of them will be with some of the packs, some of the scheme packs, but most of the time they'll be by themselves, which is a little too picky and a little too like unmanufacturer equality. You know, there's no NASCAR claims they're all about more manufacturer equality, but we all know that's a big fat lie. But like I said, the only thing I'm very worried about is that NASCAR does not turn into a microtransaction game. We've already had the casino be added into GTA Online, and that is pretty much Rockstar's version of a microtransaction in GTA, and kind of wanting you to buy more things into online, buy money so you get stuff like chips and stuff for the casino and stuff like that, as well as spinning the wheel to get one thing for free, which my luck, I can't even get the car, but I do seem to get a lot of money, and I am just hitting the wall big time. That's terrible. But NASCAR Heat 4, as soon as I seen they were pretty much having a night version of Martinsville as a little addition to, if you pre-order which is it, the gold edition, I think, along with Jeff Gordon's 2015 scheme, I immediately knew there's something fishy and probably putting in microtransactions, especially since you put in a track that was in some of the past NASCAR games already as a type of fantasy track that all you do is play a couple race a couple races and you could just unlock it for free. Now you have to pretty much pay to get a version of Martinsville that pretty much was, I don't know if it was really needed. It seems like something like that should have already been in the game. That's one big drawback, and as soon as I seen that, my mind is immediately going to microtransactions. Oh, and there's a caution. That's cool. Oh god, I didn't realize I was in the lead lab. But anyways, we're coming back to the green. NASCAR Heat 4, I'm really hoping it has a lot of potential. That's all I could say. As if it starting to become a microtransaction type of game, it might just ruin the whole game. That's all I could say. Physics-wise, it's definitely looking pretty good. Just the only thing I hope they do get right is pretty much the online stuff. The one thing that I hate big time is people pretty much trying to wreck everyone while you're pretty much online. And that's the one thing that gets me about like, it just pisses me off so much. Like, how much fun do you even have trying to basically go the opposite direction and pretty much wreck the entire field, who are basically just trying to actually race and have a little fun. That's something 12-year-old me would have done like many moons ago. This is so fun. I just love wrecking everyone. But I don't know. NASCAR Heat 4 pretty much around the corner. I am just hoping it does not turn into a terrible game. That's all I could say. I've seen gameplay of it, and it's definitely looks pretty okay. Physics-wise, AI seems pretty okay. And most importantly, I've noticed with the track-wise, instead of having the tracks to that series and only to that series, it seems to me you even have some of the tracks from all of the other 3 series. I don't know about their late model series, if they're all in some of these races, some of the series together as well. But you can race each of the tracks from across all 3 series: the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Xfinity, and NASCAR Truck Series. You can race on all 3. Race to the tracks that they race on all 3 levels. So if you want to see the Cup Series at Canadian Tire Motorsports Parts, you can race them there for as long as you want. If you want to see the long-awaited NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Eldora, you can race at that. If you wanted to see, let's see, what's something we probably could have wanted? Oh. Well, there's always the possibility of trucks racing at the Charlotte Roval. But I don't know. Maybe even possibly you can even race some of these late models on. Well, no, actually no, because I've seen some of the roster for that. You can't race the dirt late models on the asphalt tracks like the NASCAR, like some of the other NASCAR series does. Which kind of sucks. I would like to actually see that because there are asphalt late models, which is one that I don't get. I don't know why they didn't. I'll just take the or put the K9 Pro Series in this, since that is another NASCAR series. I feel like they want to add the dirt into the NASCAR game so people have a more fun thing to race on, so it's not all just like asphalt and mile and a half tracks, stuff like that, like mile and a half ovals, mile and a half ovals, like everyone is used to. But other than that, NASCAR Heat 4 definitely see some potential, and you definitely see a lot of races you could maybe want to see sometime in the future across all three series, and you race it in your own little fancy track on its own little, like, well, maybe want to be simulator. Like I said, it's close to being released soon. We've only had a few things of gameplay of it. People have gotten like early access to the game, pretty much, and I guess come September time we'll just have to see how it is, I guess. But that's all we can hope for is that hopefully they will turn back into like the old EA Sports, the old EA Sports NASCAR games that we all know and love. NASCAR, the EA NASCAR games were so good in its time that I just want to get a PlayStation 2 again and just play them. I still have those games, and they've been practically the NASCAR games I just grew to know and love. And it practically got ruined once the company that took over after EA, along with Activision, took it over and just made NASCAR 2011 a game, and basically kind of just ruined it. Like, it was okay, it kind of got some of the physics right, but just not enough of it, especially at Daytona, where you're pretty much locking on bumpers and having a freaking 12 to 20 car single car draft. Some of them are just basically, especially on the old service track where there's no like actual physics on that, no bumps or anything, which I kind of really hoped for with some of the NASCAR, with some of the other NASCAR games. Is that you had them all locking on bumpers like you're on the new racing surface, and that was all because of the DLC they came out with. I had the repaid version of it. They got things right with NASCAR 2000, NASCAR the game. With all except for some of the super speedway racing, where it's pretty much still the same, along with the body damage as well. That's the one big thing I felt they never got right in that. It was just too realistic all the way through the games that they made. It was just it was okay game. Like, some physics-wise was some realistic, a lot of it wasn't. And then this new company that has it now just not gotten it right. And I'm praying NASCAR Heat 4 kind of goes back to some of its roots with some of the old EA style type of games, some of the more realistic physics. And that's all we can hope for, I guess. It definitely has potential with this new engine, that's all I can say. It definitely looks better than some of these kind of flat type of graphics that we've had since NASCAR Heat Evolution. So I guess we'll just have to wait till September 7th and see what a lot of the community has to say about this game. But anyways, guys, that's enough of me ranting on. I probably talked your ear off enough, and I'm practically about to witness Anyways, because I have it at 100 setting, I probably should have upped it up 10 more if I knew it was going to be like this. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully next will be on new Call of Duty Modern Warfare games. The new Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I played the 2v2. It definitely seems it has some potential. Just not the way people were hoping for it with the 2v2 type of thing. But we'll just have to wait and see what it's like when the game fully releases in October, right? Well, at least have to see how it is debated. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, or maybe comment on what you think of Nascar Heat 4 and maybe any other games you maybe want to see in the future. And yeah, I'll just enjoy my little burnout here. And I'll see you all in the next video. Oh, they won't let you do some things like they did, like you could do with, like you could with, Sprint Cars Road to Knoxville. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Fix that, NASCAR! Fix that, game developers. Wait a minute, can we glitch it? Wait a minute. Oh, ooh, never mind, I'll shut my mouth. Move, guys, yeah, pack up, I gotta go.